kiss the girl goodbye. And common sense says, leave it all behind. Please let me love you. I wish to show you how to love. Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nathan. I know you already know what you're going to learn and you want to get right into it, but I just wanted to say that this tutorial was requested by a viewer of mine. They wanted to learn how to play Common Sense without a capo, but I have already taught how to play it with a capo in the original key. That'll be right up there if you want to check that out. Also, you can subscribe down below if you want to get info about more tutorials like this, just acoustic, chill, fingerstyle, stuff like that. So if you're interested, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Let's get into the video. Here we go. Alright, we're just going to start off with the chords right away. This song is in the key of G with no capo in the version we're doing today. We're going to be using the G chord, just like this, a C add 9, an E minor 7, and a D. Now we're going to get into the picking pattern. Alright, to get started, you're going to have your thumb on the root of the chord, which for a G chord right here is going to be the 6th string. For the E minor, it's going to be the 6th string as well. The C add 9 is going to be the 5th string, and the D is going to be the 4th string. And then you're going to plant your middle and your pointer finger on the 2nd and 1st strings, the high B and E strings. And to start off, you're going to strike the root and the high E at the same time. And then you're going to strike your pointer on the 2nd. And then your thumb is going to come up to the 3rd string. And that is one rotation. You're going to kind of do 2.5 of these to make one measure. So it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And the last measure of, or the last little section of 1, 2 is just going to be your middle, then your pointer, and then you're going to reset back to that. Same with the C chord. Just bring your thumb up to the 5th fret, or 5th string. Then the E minor on the 6th string. And the D on the 4th. Now on to the actual intro and verse. Alright, for the intro we're going to be starting on our G chord. We're going to play the same pattern that I just taught you twice. So it's going to sound like this. Then you're going to move to the C add 9. And then to the D. And then the second round it switches up a little bit. You're going to start back on the G for 2. Then you're going to move to your C add 9. You're going to take off your pinky. And you're going to do one set of 3. So 1, 2, 3. Then put your pinky on. 2, 2, 3. And then 3, 2. Then you're going to move to your D. And you're going to do 1, 2, 3. Put your pinky on the 3rd fret. 2, 2, 3. And then you're going to slide your pinky up to the 5th fret on the E string. And just let that ring through. And then just go straight into the common sense of the first verse. So that second part will sound like this. Straight into the verse. All 3 verses are going to use the same chord pattern, so I'm just going to teach it to you once with the first verse, and you should be able to apply it to the whole song. We're going to start here on a G chord for 2 bars, so it's going to sound like this. Then you're going to go to the C, then to D, just like the beginning of the intro. And then you're going to do that once more. So that's the common sense tells me kiss the girl goodbye. Common sense tells me leave it all behind. Then you're going to go to a C. Common sense to a D tells me the girl's not worth my time. From a G, my time. Then to a C at 9 with common sense saying D, common when you come to mind. And that is going to be the same chord progression throughout all 3 verses, so now you know how to play that. Now moving into the chorus, this is the part that goes, I think I love you. And that part we're going to do an E minor, to a C, to a G, to a D. And we're going to cycle that 4 times through. So we're going to start on the E minor. I, C, then G. And for the D, you can do 1 cycle with your pinky on, and then the rest with your pinky off, so it'll sound like this. And then, I want to love you. And it's going to repeat through that 4 times for the entire chorus. Alright, moving into the solo section, this is by far the hardest part of the song, but it is the most rewarding, so take your time, go through it a few times if you have to, because it is so fun to play once you get the hang of it. We're going to start here on a G chord, and I'm going to teach you the Travis-style picking pattern that is used throughout this entire solo section. You're going to start by striking with your thumb on the root, then your pointer on the 3rd, your thumb on the 4th, and then your middle finger on the 2nd string. So all together, straight 8th notes, it's going to sound like this. And you're going to use that throughout this entire solo section. So on the G, you're going to play a slightly modified version, where right at the end, you play your middle and pointer fingers at the same time. So it's going to sound like this. And then you're going to go to a D over F sharp and play that same thing 2 more times. And then you're going to go back to the Travis style, the modified. And you're going to slide up to 5th fret with your ring and your middle on the G and the B strings. And you're going to play that twice before you go down to this modified G. Now this G is going to have your thumb over the top on the 3rd fret of the low E string. And then you're going to have your ring on the 5th, your middle on the 4th, and your pointer on the 3rd. So coming from the D over F sharp, it's going to sound like this. And after you play this, you're going to go back into the Travis style. You're going to play that 4 times. And that's the whole first half. Now playing the whole first half, I'm just going to play it slow so you can hear how it's supposed to sound. And now we're going to move on to the second half. The second half starts out super similar. We're going to start with the Travis style on the G. And that is all where it's the same. Now it's going to switch up a little bit. From the D over F sharp, we're going to slide our ring finger up to the 5th fret on the B string. And our pointer finger is going to be on the 3rd fret of the high E string. If you play those two, that's what it's going to sound like. Then you're going to bring your middle finger to the 5th fret on the G string, and you're going to play that. And then you're going to come down to the modified G again. So from the F sharp, it's going to sound like this. And instead of playing the G at the modified G 4 times at the end, you're going to play it twice and then move to a D, which is going to sound like this. So the whole second half altogether is going to sound like this. And from there, you're going to move on right into the last verse, and now you know how to play the entire song, Common Sense by Joshua Bassett, with no capo. Congrats. You might have to watch this part a couple more times, but you'll get it. I know you will. Well, congratulations. Hopefully by now you know how to play Common Sense by Joshua Bassett on acoustic guitar without a capo. If you did find this tutorial helpful, please feel free to give it a like. If you want to check out some of my other tutorials, I have a tutorial for Common Sense with capo 5th fret in the original key. You can check that out right there in that top corner. Otherwise, I do have a bunch of original songs that are released on this channel as well, so if you want to check those out, they'll also be up there too. If you want to subscribe as well, you'll get notified on Monday and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time about tutorials, covers, originals, all that kind of stuff that's going to come out in the future. Otherwise, I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you later.